Yep.
Have you ever had a 10?
Once. I don't know where it was. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember much about the place. But one time, a traveling guy, a guy that was traveling, gave me a 10.
Interesting. I'm actually curious about the tale. If you remember anything about it.
Yeah, I was on the road. It was 2 years ago, and I asked for. So what I asked for was a honey mead made from apples without the mead, with some water in there, but with some non-alcoholic ale that was just like kind of like carbonated water mixed in there with some ice, and it was a lot of.
That's a lot of ingredients, and you guys kind of just go on and keep talking for a little bit.
100%.
Anybody else doing anything in the bar right now?
Coriel's just kind of standing in the corner, surveying everything. He would probably recognize what Aubril is, right? I mean, if she's that big of a deal with the Rangers and like the green she has on, he would probably recognize her as like a Ranger.
Yes, yeah, it's very obvious that she, or maybe a former Ranger, because
the peg leg and whatnot. But
yeah,
clearly he would know like who she is and what she represents.
Do you go up to her at all? I'm sorry. I apologize, actually. I'm getting a phone call. Can you guys give me like 5 minutes?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Good enough.
So this is going to be your new character arc, right? You're going to try to find this guy that gave you the perfect 10 drink.
One of them.
You have a whole list, I assume.
Oh, I don't. No. I don't have. I have such little written down because I'm very good with my memory. So it's just on the list, and if it happens, that's cool. Like coming into this, I just knew that my parents kicked me out, and I was really young. Other than, of course, the stat stuff and the wizard and all that.
Of course, yeah. But then, like, you just thought up, oh, he's got an oar sticking out of his backpack. You found it on the ground.
Oh, I did that at character creation.
Fugar's success.
Okay.
I purposefully bought an oar. I rolled real bad for money. Like, I think I rolled, like, where I started with, like, maybe 10 or, like, 30. Whatever one was, like, real bad.
I just took the average because it's like if I had played a magic user, I probably could have done poorly. Because like whatever, all I need is I need to cast my spells. But if I was playing a fighter, I'm like I'm gonna need a weapon and some armor and a couple things here and there. So I took the average. I didn't want to risk it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like the only weapon I have is a longsword.
Damn it! Too late now.
I have one outfit. I have a backpack and a bed. A spell book I didn't have to pay for. A whistle,
Alright.
a piton, a water skin, some rations, and an oar. That's it.
Really roughing it out there.
Oh yeah.
I apologize for that. My roommate was calling me actually about something.
Hello.
Speaking of the craziness.
How are you?
So yes, where were we?
Yeah,
you recognize who Auburn is.
Today.
You do know who she is.
I've been training all week,
her.
so I've been busy.
I know, at least I know what she is. I know like who because with her uniform and whatnot. So yeah, I'll probably wait until there's like kind of a lull and all the people coming up to chat to her, and probably come up to her and to ask about the report, the rumors that he's been hearing about like the beast mercenaries and whatnot that Molthune might be using in the east.
Bad brain days. That's all you need to say.
She's heard any of those rumors. Heard if anybody sent word back about what's going on
I was having
in
a
that
bad
direction.
brain day
If there
today,
anybody like if there's any of them
this
coming in from the
genius
northeast
idea
up where
to
his
take
family's at.
Some of the vitamins that I'm always deficient
Yeah,
in.
like there's like finally a lull where she shouts for Jet to, hey, give me another flagon, like that type of stuff, and then you just come up to her.
I don't know. Like,
She does. She does not recognize you.
I had like a fine
Because
day.
it's very unlikely that you've worked with the
got along
Rangers
well with my
specifically.
students for the
They
most
tend to
part.
operate on their own.
Yeah, might have met one or two of them, like, back home when they came through the woods, but probably didn't fight with any of them in the war or anything like that.
Yeah.
When the timing is appropriate, I offer to. I'll bring the flagon over.
Okay.
Thank you.
We gotta. These characters have to meet somehow.
True,
Sometimes
that's true.
graduate school feels like
I'm
a
very
really
like
shitty
lackadaisical on doing that.
ride
I'm not trying to force it
SeaWorld,
because I find
and
that
someone's
too
like
cliche.
forcing
But,
me on it, and I'm just like, please no, God no.
so
please
like
stop,
she actually
no,
says,
stop,
"Hey,
stop."
oh, you're a
And then I
soldier,
get on
eh?"
it anyways, and I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, that's right, soldier. Just came up from the
I just
south.
feel that way sometimes. I feel like I'm a cat.
I'm
being
coming through
dragged
here,
along.
maybe trying to make my way back up home. But wondering if you heard anything about the anything coming from the east. I've heard talk about team mercenaries
I'll
that they
get
might
over
have
it, though.
employed.
Just
Anybody
give me a
coming through?
week.
The last time that they used like beasties like that was like Ramgate, like 2 years ago.
I made some.
Like, I haven't-
I remember hearing
PhD
about that.
applications too.
Yeah. The
So it's starting to seem more like a reality.
we actually had some of our own troops down there. Like I was just there as an advisor, unfortunately.
Ooh, March.
But they were.
For
We
a
actually
graduate
lost
school,
like a
right?
dozen men in that massacre.
That makes sense.
It was rough. Like
I have like
nothing
3
but, like,
months. They
bugbears
just
and
started
trolls
opening up
and
the applications for
hobgoblins.
PhDs.
So it's
So I've got 3
brutal.
months
Like,
to
Molthune
basically
actually got shit for that one. That's for sure.
write the paper that's in my head.
Yeah, I've heard a few people talking
I'm
here
a
and there. You know how
conceptual writer.
rumors are. You know how people in towns will talk. They'll hear one
Thank
thing
you.
and might balloon it out to something
I've
more than it
decided to
is.
not
But
take the GRE.
you know, I'm
There's
be
only
heading
one
up that
school
way.
out of
So I was wondering if
15
maybe you
schools
heard
wants it.
anything about anything like that coming from the east.
No, unfortunately not. It's just standard stuff. You know, they try to come in, we push them out or wait them out. Never ends. That's all part of the fun, I guess. You know, I gotta say though, like the embellishments, that's usually the best part about the stories.
Yeah, sometimes they're fun, I suppose,
Yep.
but
Fuck the GRE.
you've got
I
the
don't
right
think
of it.
Says a lot
Pretty
about
much the
a
same
person.
thing.
I did
day
terrible
in,
on the
day
writing
out.
test.
They push in.
I think I'm a
we
pretty
push
good
back.
writer. So.
Push back some more. They push back in.
Whoop.
It's never
I
really
did
seemed
better
to
on the math
change.
portion than I did on the writing.
Yeah, give it some time. Eventually they'll give up and
Very
try and
bad.
fight somebody else. And if not, well, we're always going to win in the end. And at this point is when I guess Pharrell will come with the flagon.
Yep. So
Oh, a poacher.
what I'm doing is I'm going through the crowd, going,
Kill him.
"Excuse me, beer,
Hydrated Ogie.
beer coming through," and I'm just holding it above my head because I'm a little guy.
I don't know how to play.
Hey,
Fire.
thanks, little man.
Ah, yes. I would like to volunteer if you will pay me money to lead a troop.
How do I do this?
She laughs for a second. She says,
How do I
"What
play
kind of
this
troop?"
character?
Whatever one you see fit. I come from I'm a pretty big deal, and I know a lot, so I think I could do it.
You're a big deal, you say.
Before we talk, though, I would like to make a toast to
Yeah.
crap. I've never made a toast.
That writing test is hard. They don't even want like.
Peg legs.
They don't want you to. Just
Auburn
prove
actually
pieces.
laughs at that. You know, you're such a
They want
you're
it to
such an
be, like, a
adorable
technical
young man,
writing
and she
almost,
like everybody toast
this.
to peg
This
legs.
happened because
Yeah, and everyone's just
like, it has to
shouting
be
like because
super,
everyone's
like-
drunk and as a skunk right now.
It can't be like creatively or like
The
I don't know. It's a weird format. they're
she
looking
says,
for.
"What's your name, kid?"
I am Forvel Novawood.
Oh, you do say the last name.
Like I like to get to the point when I write.
She doesn't
academic
have that
papers,
knowledge,
too.
unfortunately. So she-
While a lot of people might hide
Wait,
that
what was the
information,
program you're going for?
she doesn't really care.
I write really good academic papers. I love writing academic
She says,
papers.
"Oh, of the
I don't
Novelwood
know.
family, huh?
But, yeah, they are looking
Yep.
for something.
Are you
Something
Nia Lynn's
weird.
son?"
But yeah, what
yes,
program are you
yes.
doing? Are you
Well,
doing creative writing?
I don't know if he would say that, but by
Oh.
birth I am.
Okay. How's he? I guess you haven't seen him in a while or something.
It's been 3 years.
Oh wow, I didn't even know he had
Oh,
another
yeah.
son.
Oh yeah, he doesn't talk about me because I didn't do
like
good enough
technical
on
writing,
his
if
physical exams
I got the
three
right
times.
salary.
In third strike,
'Cause some of
I was
those
kicked out of the
people make
house.
so much money.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
I just want to make
Yep,
money.
but either way, I'm real
Go
smart,
away sometime.
and I can help with magic, and I need
At this point, I
money
think graduate school
because,
comes with
well,
the, like, anxiety of
it doesn't
being
grow on
relevant
trees because it's made out of coins and ore,
teacher.
or more ore and metals which have to be smelted, then impurities removed.
Ariel's
That
then staring down at this because he's not used to anybody
I'm
that
here
just
to
like
be poor.
talks so much, like a stranger, especially like a small child
I
that
do.
would just come up and start
they
having
pay for all my
this strange
classes, and they pay me a
conversation
lot
with a
of money.
complete stranger of an
I'm
adult.
just. It's not enough, like, for me to live on. To be
If
honest.
you would wish to take a
But
seat,
it's
I'm
okay.
sure we could talk
It also
tactics and
doesn't
see
help
where I
that,
best
like,
fit.
I broke up with my
Talk
ex. and
tactics. Have you
lived
ever
in
fought
a
before?
pretty expensive apartment alone.
I punched a kid once.
Did you win?
Well, yes, because see, I hit him so he fell down, and then he looked real embarrassed.
She laughs again and she says, "Oh, I like you, kid. Yeah, you remind me of like this story that I once did. You ever fight a grizzly bear?"
No, that would be horrible. They're real big. They got claws. I suppose my ore might come in useful because I could like keep it at a distance, but that thing's heavy.
So let me tell you a story. And everyone gather around. I got a story about a grizzly bear for you. And like you see like a small group of people kind of just come nearby. And she starts to like extol on this like weird like tale of her in the middle of the woods, like fighting like a grizzly bear, and trying to, because it was like attacking like a ranger base that she was in when she was like in her 20s. And it was like the way she describes it's like this mountain of a bear that's like 20 feet tall with like this evil black pelt and red beady eyes. And that she was the only one that was standing up against it while everybody else was cowering in the corner. And if you want, you can do a sense motive on this.
Absolutely.
Forvel, you are so Coriel.
I believe it wholeheartedly.
Yeah, you guys are so wrapped up in the story, you don't even care that she might be lying. It's like this is like the best thing you've ever heard in a long time. You're so into it. You're just like having a drink, having a good laugh. Anton, what you doing in the bar right now?
I would assume he's with. Oh, man, I forgot the name of my buddy that I just made up not too long ago.
Benjamin.
It's Benjamin. He's probably speaking. Like I was looking for this while the other stuff was going on. There's no like thieves' camp in Pathfinder.
Thieves what?
Thieves can't.
Like,
Go ahead.
like there's no code speak or that you would learn as a separate.
Not necessarily. No, I mean a lot of that is sort of like GM discretion or made up. The closest. What I used to do was I would pick a language that's in the game and make that the thieves' language. And I tend to pick Undercommon for it because it's so obscure. But you know, Undercommon can come up in like other things. So,
Well, for languages, we've got Dwarven, Gnomish, and then Elvish for style. But Dwarven and Gnomish, I would figure would be, for the technical talk, but kind of like using Latin in biology today.
yeah, I can see that.
So they're switching between Dwarven and Gnomish at their discretion, talking about the jewelry box job coming up later tonight.
Yeah, Benjamin says, okay, so both of them are staying in the inn. There's this big fat fella named Pharaoh. And you got, like, I guess it's like his helper, companion, boyfriend, whatever it is. Guy named Sildon. They got the room upstairs. They got 2 jewelry boxes. They're apparently like fur traders. But they got, like, some good coin in there. And, he's, like, going in and out of, like, Common and Dwarven and all that stuff. Saw the boxes. They look like standard stuff. Easy mechanisms. All we have to do is get the pin right in, swipe it, smash, pop open, grab, get out, and then we can like just point out the faultiness of it.
It seems almost like it would be too easy. You sure there's no catches, Benjamin?
Oh, there's no catches. Come on, if you seen this town, what the hell is actually going to happen here in the middle of a festival? Everybody's drunk, having a good time. Like, we could probably like rob a couple of these merchants blind.
Just because none of the trees have a hangsman's noose on them yet doesn't mean that wouldn't. But I do see what you mean.
Let's put it this way. Let's do this little job right here, see how it goes. If nobody catches anything, then maybe we could work on something bigger. You were talking to that merchant before, right?
Right.
Well, did he have anything that looked like it was worth taking?
Well, we did some legitimate business together, so I'd rather not shit where I eat.
Hey, fair enough. You could pick the targets other ways then. Look, if we're going to try and get up to like a larger city, like I know people were talking about this mining town up north, place called Long Shadow. Probably a good place to start when we get there.
Yes, the bigger the city, the more people to forget what we look like.
I mean, big is relative around this area. If we really want to get big, we probably should go further south. But like that's a little dangerous territory with this war going on. You don't want to get caught in that.
Oh, hell no. They might just decide they need anybody to fight who can hold a weapon.
Oh, that's the last thing we need.
Exactly, sir. Yes.
As this conversation's going on, Aubryn, she's like in the middle of like I guess like the giant crescendo of her entire story. She's saying like so like there I was, like thinking, when will I ever be able to talk to a bear again? So like before the grizzly bear can stand back up with its claws like right in my face and all that, and I turn to it and I just flat out say, all I need is the honey. You can keep the bees. And then, like, she starts laughing up a storm as if it's, like, the funniest joke in the world.
I'm laughing. I think it's a great joke.
And everyone around is, like, enjoying it, like, in the moment here. And then she eventually finishes, like, the laugh. It's fine now, though. It's all good. The bear, it turned out, wasn't too bad. Just, like, a couple of bee stings on it. Allowed me to take the honey. Later on, she named a cub after me. How cool is that? I now have a bear cub named after me. Someday I'm going to have to probably check on the, what's her name? The one that's too many bees, all that, See how they're all doing. And then everybody's like, they're like shoving her, like, you got another one? Come on, you keep telling the stories. We love the stories, Aubryn, One guy actually shoves her so much so that she almost like staggers because she's on her peg leg. But it's like kind of like that, you ever see like that scene in like Titanic where like they're in the lower depths and they're all like drunk and like pushing each other and just like getting back up, smiling.
Yep.
There's a reference for you that's like 30 years old. Anyway, but like it's like all right. You know what? Don't shove. I got another story for you. Okay. So let Caden strike me down if this story isn't true. And as she's saying that, a crossbow bolt shoots her in the heart.
Where did it come from? This person had dope stories, and someone just shot him.
You see the crossbow bolt just shoot her like straight in, and you see another one like hit her, and somebody goes to help her. You see one that goes through that guy's head, and he's down like dead on the floor.
Okay.
Goriel like immediately grabs his shield out from like his back underneath his cloak, and then he kind of drops and gets it in front of him and starts looking around, trying to see where the shots might be coming from.
I'm doing the exact same thing, and I'm hiding behind just a random person, so they get hit first.
In the front door, you see, everyone like kind of shouts, and you hear somebody say in broken common, "Nobody move!" You're staying here until you're processed. And you see just 2 hobgoblins decked out in like very like militant leather armor at the front door.
I'm gonna look over at this soldier. I say soldier very sparingly because I've seen soldiers, and I don't believe that you're a soldier. I believe you're just a guy who has a shield. And I'm like, okay. Do you want to take him?
Look at you. I look at the kid, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, kid?
I'm saying we could take him. I'm whispering, by the way.
I could maybe take one. Who are you? What are you gonna do?
Oh! You don't believe I can do anything?
What are you gonna do? Swing your boat oar at him?
That's it. This is on you. I'm gonna start combat.
I had a feeling that's what you were going for.
Yeah, let's roll initiative and let's have a little bit of combat, and then I think we can wrap it up for tonight at least.
Come on.
Oh, I need to click my token.
So this is one of those games where you need to have your token selected when you roll initiative.
Yeah.
Yes. I will. The commoners, many of them are a little stunned right now. A few of them actually look like they're like getting ready to grab weapons too. Some of them are too drunk to notice.
So I have a question about prepared spells.
Yes.
Can you cast them an amount of times they are prepared? Or can you cast the spells that you have as per casts you have?
For a wizard, it's the amount of times prepared. So usually like a level... I think like a level 1 wizard, you only get like 2 spells prepared.
Yep. So if I have 2 different spells, each with 1 prepare, I can cast both of those spells.
Yes.
But I can't cast 2 of one of them.
You cannot cast 2 of one of them. You have to actually specifically say you have multiples of it prepared.
Not a problem.
It's like spell slots, basically, like old school like that.
Yep, that's fine. I still have other things I can do.
So, Coriel, you're definitely going first, followed by the recruits. Anton, you have a 15 initiative?
Yeah, I'm not on the tracker, though. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Here, click your token, roll it again so I can add you to the tracker, or can I do it automatically?
You might be able to do it automatically, but I'll just roll it again.
And I'll just change it to 15.
That 22 is nice, though.
It is. But we're going with the first one.
15 is what I rolled.
Okay. Do you mind if I put on a little music?
Go for it. Set the mood.
Let's see, what would be good music for this? I don't even know. Okay, we'll do this for now. Here, can you hear that?
A little bit.
A little bit? I don't want it to be like too overpowering because that might be problematic.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear it, but probably would have turned it down if I could anyway.
I'm in the same boat.
Okay, so anyway, Coriel, you're up first.
Well, before we do that, what does Forvel do to start the combat? That's what I want to know, because we were having the conversation and like you want to initiate this.
Forvel's doing this.
So you just stand up and start shaking your fist at the hobgoblins?
It's in a circular pattern, like a really exaggerated like special punch in like a video game.
Okay, then. That obviously gets their attention.
Oh yeah, they notice that, and you see them. They both have crossbows, and they have like swords to their chest, not to their chest, to their belts, and all that stuff. So,
all right. Well, then I guess we're doing this. So, I will go ahead and stand up. So,
and now
I was crouching. So, standing is a move action.
That is a move action, yeah.
So I can't really do anything because I just have to stand up first. So I guess I'll just stand up and have my shield to bear and draw my axe, and I'll go ahead and ready in action if in the event that anybody gets close to me. If they decide to push their way in and try to get within my range, take a swing at them.
All right, then. Anton, you're up.
All right, let's stand out of the chair with rapier drawn. What kind of action is it to fight with bluff?
Did you say fight with bluff?
Fight or feint.
Oh, that actually is a feat, actually.
Oh, it is? Okay. Let me see.
Like 90% sure it is. Give me 1 second.
Because I thought you would. Well, if it is a feat, I'll just take it at 3rd level, but otherwise.
Yeah. No, I lied. It's there is a improved feint to it, but you can use that. All right. So the way it works, standard action. You're basically making a bluff skill check.
All right. And I'm going to assume it's targeted, so the one to the south there.
Sure. And I'll let you know if it. Let me know what it does, and I'll let you know if it works.
I got a 10 on the
Okay.
bluff. So he probably has to oppose that somehow. Probably with
it's up against it's actually a target number you got to hit in this case. Versus
target number, so we're.
Yep. So what do you actually do? You're just like you pull the rapier, and then what do you do?
Well, pull it out, give it a quick twist of the wrist to flourish it, then down at his feet. But then, for the follow-up to that on the next one will be to pull it back up and go for the heart.
Ah, I see. All right. So you're basically trying to fool him to follow you so you could get an opening.
Yes.
The hobgoblin looks at you you kind of like get like it locks eyes with you.
Uh-oh.
And you notice that what it does is it actually drops the crossbow and draws a long sword, and he shouts at you again, "Stand down, slave!" and starts slashing at you. He's not even moving because you're right in front of him, basically, on the table. So you can, it's going to be like a little bit difficult because you're on the table itself. Does a 19 hit you?
Let's see. My AC is. I haven't put my armor into it yet, as I only just finished making my character a while ago. So let's see. Let me look up what AC is for studded leather.
You got studded leather. I think that's like a +3 to AC, if I remember correctly.
But that would hit. So how do I add my armor AC to the sheet here? It doesn't seem. It seems like it calculates rather than.
Yeah, like the sheet's a little funky. It does calculate it on automatically.
Do you have armor under your
10
gear?
plus armor plus dex.
Yeah, actually, so you should have like a 18 AC. So you probably just got hit.
All right.
Do you have like the armor in your sheet on your like gear slat?
It's the 5th entry down in my gear section. But
does anybody else have like for the AC? Do they know how they got it on there? Because the sheet's a little funky.
Do it.
I don't need to worry about it
sheet?
because I don't have armor.
Yeah, on this sheet you go into the where is it? Additional. At the top it says AC items, so you just put in item and then the armor class for it, and then it should automatically add it to your character, and then hit equip. The additional tab right above your stats.
Yeah, studded leather is +3. Ooh, okay.
I added it for you. Did it change it at all?
Let me take a look at the main side. Sorry about this. I should have gotten this taken care of earlier.
That's all right. We're learning together like that because this sheet's a little, like I said, a little funky.
Session 0.
I've used like 3 or 4 different Pathfinder sheets. I've never seen this one before.
This was the first one that was on there that I picked because there's like 5 of them as well. It was like crazy.
This is actually like kind of one of the better ones that I've seen. I've seen a couple of them that are just they're condensed so bad it's impossible to find anything.
I find the best sheets on here are the ones by Roll20. A lot of the time.
It's not counting my decks. But it would
That's
be
strange. Hold on.
3, I get it.
Maybe that probably has to be something in there as well.
Always keep a paper sheet.
What are we doing for hit points? Average? Like max at first level, average up every other level?
You know what? I actually never said. I never said like for the max rich points, did I? So you want to roll it?
You typically start with max at first level.
Yeah, we could go max for first level. What do you max at?
I think it's a D8 for rogues.
Sounds right.
Max
Yeah,
8.
So yeah, you have 10 HP, so you got hit for 7.
Oof.
So you know. Yeah, so they actually hurt like hell. And you get the feeling that the feint didn't work because it looks like the Hob Goblin still has like full grip of itself and all that stuff.
Which Hobgoblin was it that just hit him? Got it.
The one right in front of him?
Yeah, the one that was in front right here.
Okay.
The other one actually moves. Takes a 5-foot step over here and starts reloading the crossbow. So the Hobgoblins have now made themselves known. Forvel, it is your turn.
So the guy who just slashed someone, I'm gonna go. Your technique is awful. You need to swing with your hips. Probably not gonna hit.
Fights. Oh my god.
Oh, I love it. Is that like touch?
No, 30 feet.
No, touch AC. I mean.
Let's see. It just says you make an attack roll, and it has the ranged modifier in there.
All right, so that's just regular AC. That does miss then.
But what you saw was just that swinging turn into a spectral fist come out and miss.
Oh, this is what you were winding up with this?
Love it. The minute you do that, the Hobgoblin shouts, "Elf magic!"
And then, just preparing for what I'm going to do next round, I'm like, oh yeah! And I'm doing this. With the other hand. I'm getting ready with the other hand.
Are you like a psionic or something? Like, what are you...
No, it's just a wizard with telekinetic fist, apparently.
Okay, right on.
I think that the fist is your free spell for your specialty, right?
Yeah, because transmutation.
There you go.
Okay.
Coriel, you see the fist come out of nowhere and it's like, well, I didn't expect that today.
Well, I didn't expect to get attacked by hobgoblins today either. I forget now, in Pathfinder, you can attack diagonally, right?
You can, yes.
That's what I thought. So, I'm going to take a 5-foot step into this square and go after the guy that's reloading the crossbow.
Nice, go for it.
I'm going to take a swing with my axe. 16.
That is a hit.
Nice, 11 slashing damage.
Ooh.
Jeez. That's max damage.
Yep.
He felt that, I can tell you that much.
Coriel kicks up, sees everybody, like everything going down, and this guy slash out at the rogue, and then the other guy loading the crossbow and just charges in with the axe and just like goes crazy.
You charge in, you slash, your axe like goes right into the gut of the hobgoblin. You see some blood spurting, and it like winces. It's like, damn you! It just shouts that, like, curses at you in like goblinoid or whatever, if you can understand it. He looks like he's like almost ready to drop. Anton. So you got slashed. You have like a wound on your stomach or your chest or whatever.
Oh, pardon me. I was looking at my sheet. I didn't hear you say Anton. I'm sorry.
No, not a problem.
So what did you ask?
It's your turn, basically. So what would you like to do?
Well, let's see. This might end up killing him, but we're going to try to put this hobgoblin down before he puts me down.
Sounds good. Give it a shot.
All right. Where is my weapon? I didn't add my weapon to my attack yet. It's a rapier. I'll just roll a d20 plus 5.
Yeah, that's pretty... Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice.
And it's d6 plus strength for damage.
Yes, usually it is for each weapon. I think the rapier is the same.
He gets 2 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at my sheet later because I can't seem to be getting certain bonuses of sick, and it's telling me I have a magic item in my for my armor class, and I know I don't.
What?
That's why my AC is showing up as base 14 instead of
18,
13.
right?
Well, it should be showing up as 13. It's not counting my dex at all.
All right, we'll have to take a look at the sheet then. I'll try and help you with that.
Yeah, not right now, but we got game going on with everybody else.
Yeah, the good news is the other hobgoblin that slashed you thinks you're pretty much weak, even though you did jab him in the neck a little. But it's like a graze, you know? Like, it's like, you got a lucky shot, kid. But he's more concerned about the guy that just charged in with an axe. So he's actually going to take his sword and try and stab Coriel. And let's see. Did it come up?
I don't see anything.
Not yet.
It's really slow tonight. Oh,
There you go.
damn.
Oh, that's a hit.
I'm rolling really well with these guys. I'm so sorry.
all good.
23. You just have, like, in your side out of nowhere, you know, you just see, like, you feel like the tip of a sword, like, pierce the armor you're wearing, like, right
I overcommitted
into
to the
your,
slash. I went in too far, and then I left my side exposed, and he just jabbed me.
Yeah. These, you know, not for nothing, these hobgoblins seem to be very well trained, despite the fact that they look a little green around the equipment side of things, like very like basic stuff.
5 damage.
Yeah. Pathfinder combat can be very deadly in the early going.
Low levels it's so brutal.
I also want to point out, because of the people we're missing, I scaled this back heavy, so just FYI.
It makes sense.
We appreciate that. Thanks.
I want to be fair, you know?
Well, if it is my turn, seeing what's going on and seeing this guy that's going down, I clearly am superior and need to be the one to drop to get the killing blow. Because that's how it works. So I'm swinging this hand and I'm looking at the guy that just stabbed. Right?
Go for it. Yeah?
But then I'll go, gotcha, and I'll point over at the other one.
Magic missile. Oof.
Classic.
Oh god. Oh, the magic missiles hit, that's for sure, but just like bang him in the chest where the wound is, you see a little bit of blood splatter as if it's like fireworks. He is like he's like basically down on one knee. Like you think like a stiff breeze will knock him over.
That's right, you kneel.
I realized I actually forgot to have that guy attack. So it's a little late for that, unfortunately. We'll just let it go.
He was going to attack,
wall.
but I hit him in the chest.
There you go. We'll go with that. So I screwed up there, but that's my fault. Coriel, go for it.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and, laser focus, eyes on the prize. Going to try and take down this hobgoblin that's already been attacked. Just going to try and finish the job.
All right. Yeah,
Wow. I need to check this and make... I'm going to roll this one more time because that's identical rolls to the last time.
That is.
Okay, so it's not bugged. It's...
Yeah, take what you can get. You basically get the axe down and you decapitate the hobgoblin right in front of you who's kneeling after being hit by the magic missile.
Oh, all right. So he is down, and I'm going to go ahead and take a 5-foot step forward so I can get right next to the last hobgoblin, the one that just stabbed me. And I'm going to turn my attention on him.
He definitely doesn't like that. Anton.
All right. I have a friend now. Thank you, friend. Let's see what we can do about that guy there. I don't like his face. He called me a slave.
That is a hit. You stab him in the face. You poke him in the eye with your rapier.
All right, remove his cataract.
Well, he's actually now missing an eye, but he looks like it's still worse for wear,
Shake it off, get him my rapier.
The goblin's not backing down, though. He says, I'm going to cut you all down. He says that in Goblin, though. He's just speaking his own language right now. I don't know what that would sound like in Goblin. He's attacking Coriel. The 17 hit you.
Hits, exactly.
Oh, dang.
You have the same problem that I have when I'm a GM. You roll real high.
This is sad, because I don't even roll high when I'm playing Pathfinder as a player.
Still alive.
You're still alive. You put your shield up because it looks like the hobgoblin's about to go up, but the goblin almost stops and hits you right in the chest instead, as if it saw the move coming. Forvel.
Okay, so after he did the misdirect, the hand that was going, the hand that pointed was already spinning, and I'm going to do a needless dodge, as if I was boxing, then do a jab with it.
Go for it. That's a hit. Out of nowhere, as he has the sword, you see the goblin sneering, but then you just see a fist punch him in the face, like a ghostly fist. And he just socks, and you see a tooth flying for a second. And the hobgoblin after that happens, he actually turns his eyes on Forvel for that one.
The response I just do is I do one of these, but then it turns into just the motion of the fist getting ready again.
That's perfectly fine. Coriel, it's all on you.
All right. Coriel is bloodied and hurt pretty bad, so he's going to go for one last wild swing with his axe on this hobgoblin right in front of him. 16.
You got him. He is... Oh, that's a nasty hit. 9 slashing.
Yep.
You basically get the axe, right onto the hobgoblin's shoulder, and you just, push it down deep. You see, the blood starting to, flow from the shoulder down onto his body, and he looks like he is, wobbling, he's almost ready to drop. You think one more hit might take him out. Anton, can you be that hit?
I could try. Let's see how well I do with 1d6 minus 1. Oh, and a 9 to hit, so I probably missed him completely.
The 9 does miss completely, unfortunately. Let's see. All right, the goblin is pissed, so he's actually, you have the axe in him. He actually can't. You hit him with his sword arm, so he actually can't use the sword right now because it's pinned down. So he's gonna try and just punch Coriel in the face. How's that sound?
Let's go for it.
Did it come up?
Not yet. Probably on it. There we go.
There you go.
That's gonna be a miss.
He just like with all like what strength he has left, he just like swings at you and you just like dodge it. Like he's trying to get to you as he can but you have the axe just buried in his shoulder right now. Forvel.
Okay, so if my regular movement is 30 feet, could I get up to him and attack?
Yes.
Okay. What I will do is I will run up and go here. But in the process, I pull my longsword out of my bag and I'm holding it but like this, not on the actual handle. And I'm aiming it right above his junk.
You're trying to like run through and stab as you go.
Yep.
You hear like a ching as if it did not pierce the armor that he's wearing.
That's a warning. And I just start swinging a fist again.
All right. Coriel, you want to finish him off and cut him in half?
Let's try and get this last one last hit in. Fucking pull the axe out, wind it up behind again, and try to bring it down.
That does it, and that's more than enough at this point. That finishes him off. You pull the axe up, bring it down one more time. You literally cut him almost like in twain. You just see like a flop of his arm and like one side of his body like split like it's a tree trunk. And the hobgoblin just like collapses into a heap on itself.
And Coriel brings it through it, like the axe carries him with it, and he just kind of drops to the ground. It's just breathing really heavy. He's bleeding really bad.
You look like shit. As I'm very like, and I can barely get my sword in its actual. I'm thinking holster, but that's not the proper term.
Oh, the scabbard.
The scabbard.
Like the little, that thing.
Like the scabbard's on the back, and I'm like, I'll get it. Oh! I just have to like throw it up a little bit so it makes air and then it just falls down into it.
I'll just look up at you, Mike. You're gonna hurt yourself with that thing, kid.
Oh no, I'm a master of it. Clearly not.
The that fight took like maybe like less than like 30 seconds as these hobgoblins were threatening everybody. You guys just rushed in. And, like, all of a sudden, like, all hell kind of breaks loose after they go down. Like, people just, like, disappear. A couple of folks run outside, and you see a little bit of, like, smoke. And, like, you hear just commotion, and you see, like, little bits of flame just specking everywhere. Some folks are shouting, "Run! Run! We're being attacked! We're being invaded!" And a couple of folks are trying to help Aubryn. To sit up, like, and you see Jet, like, she has, like, some blankets over, and she's, like, trying to, and, like, using them as, like, makeshift bandages on Aubryn. And she says, "Come here, we'll clean your wounds, come. You guys okay?"
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I could use a little help.
They're gonna do a quick heal check on you.
These bastards hit hard, don't they?
What the hell was that? Where'd they come from?
Outside.
Is there more?
I'll take a look.
somebody shouts, "Yeah, there's plenty of them. Look, they're all over the place." Do you go outside and look?
I'm not gonna go outside to look. I'm gonna use my mage hand to open the door, and then sneak up and peek around.
Okay, you use the mage hand to open the door slightly ajar. You poke your head out. What you see actually disturbs you a little bit. You see like people just running in the streets. You see some folks trying to fight like what looks like hobgoblins all over the place. You see a couple of bugbears. You hear a roar in the sky, and you look up, and you kind of see like this sort of silhouetted creature that looks like it's part lion, part scorpion.
Would knowledge history possibly tell me what that is?
Give it a shot. You've never seen one. You never heard of like a battle or tactics or anything like this. This is beyond what you know. You recognize the hobgoblins, at least. You recognize like the bugbears. Whoever the hell is up in the skies just scares the crap out of you.
I've got nature and dungeoneering if I can give it a shot.
Well,
I will accept the dungeoneering.
Yeah, to trigger that, I come back in and I'm like, it's crazy. Hobgoblins, bugbears, flying lion with a scorpion tail and dragon tongue.
And then when I hear that, see if it triggers any 13 on that one.
Well, you know what that is. Sounds like a manticore.
Okay. Sounds like a manticore. I've heard about them. I've heard about units that had to go down into caves to clear them out.
Do they get hurt? Do they get hurt if I give them the old 1-2?
I mean, everything gets hurt if you give it the old 1-2, but I don't know how many 1-2s you're going to have to give it.
Yeah, you're right, and I can't 1-2 all day.
Oh wow, Jet. Jet's dressing your wounds. Roll. Can you Coriel roll a D8. Anton roll a D6.
D8. Let me find it over here. 8.
Oh, both of you got 4. You guys will recover 4 HP for now because she's like closing up some of the wounds.
Still not doing great.
I might actually be able to do something very helpful here.
Go for it.
Yes, I can. I can magically close the door.
Then, like, lock yourselves inside? Oh, yeah. So you use the magic to just shut the door to the taproot in.
Doors, windows, basically so we're not disturbed while we plan.
Yeah, like there's like half a dozen people like in the inn still, including Jet. Aubryn has like the crossbow bolts were removed from her, but she looks like she is just sweating profusely. She's still still alive, but they really took a number on her. And she's just sitting down in a chair right now. In the inn, besides Jet and Aubryn, the only other person that would be there that anybody recognizes would be Benjamin for Anton.
Okay.
And about 5 or 6 other people.
Do you have any medical stuff hidden so people don't die?
Jet says, I don't really have much. If we need medical stuff, you probably have to run, to Vane, to Oreld, but there's fighting. What's going on?
Oh, hold on. Do you have alcohol?
I have some alcohol, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go grab a bottle of liquor. And are there any wounds that look like they haven't been properly tended to or might get infected?
I would say I probably have some. I'm down to 4 HP. I'm probably bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah, I can see that. Or if you want, roll a heal check to double check the wounds.
I will roll a heal check. I don't have heal.
That's fine.
15.
That's the most fun.
I mean, the wounds look like they are at least well dressed. Are they? They're closing the gaps in the skin and whatnot, and they are soaking up a lot of blood and stopping the bleeding.
Okay.
But like, you know, a little bit more medical attention can't hurt.
So I'm not going to focus on the people who are a little bit more up. Then I'd be like, okay, hold on, I got an idea, and I'll go get something for Peggy, as I call her,
Okay.
to bite down on, and I'm like, just to make sure that these don't get infected. Alcohol.
Point it right under open crossbow bolt wound.
Yep.
You know, she says before she bites down, alcohol solves everything, doesn't it? And she just bites down.
Just pour it on, and afterwards I don't even think, and I smash the bottle.
As you pour it, she screams in pain. Like, and the thing, like, she's clamping down on is, like, blocking. It's like, and it's like, you know, like, just like really, it sounds like it's hurting her.
Yep, alcohol hurts us all. That's why you shouldn't drink. And I smash the bottle behind me when I'm done. There's probably still half left.
That's fine. Nobody's really caring about that right now. They're more concerned about the fact that they're being attacked by Hob Goblins.
Watch out, broken glass.
So then somebody asks, like, what do we do? What are we going to do?
Gotta get people out of here, I think.
We're fortified in here right now. Like, you've locked it down pretty tight.
But that's not gonna last long. That's not gonna last long.
What's the most defensible structure in this town?
Jet thinks for a second, like the most defensible, like the only stone building would be Orel's, really. Everything else is just wood. Like, this all can like be smoked out. We can be burned in here.
I think we gotta go. I think we gotta get important people and get out of here. They got like a mini lion dragon. We can't fight that.
We can't. Running's not a bad idea, but we got to get some supplies. Like somebody from the corner shouts.
What do we try to do? Get down to the store, grab what we can, then get out. Is there anything in here that we can take?
Oberyn, like, weakly says, check. What about the smith? Weapons, we can use those. Maybe explosives.
Yeah.
Explosives. That might help us out. That might do something.
The bridge, and she like kind of like weakly points like vaguely in the direction of it. The Fangwood, safe spots in the forests.
Well, you guys think I'm gonna do something real quick because there's been a lot of people here, so I might find something. I have detect magic.
Okay.
So I'm going to go around just this building and see if I pick up on anything that might be useful.
Interesting. Give me a moment. I'll let you know.
Hell yeah. The little kid ain't so useless after all.
I don't think anyone's questioning if he's useless or not.
He's still he's still not a good person.
Not pleasant, but useful, to be sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the way detect magic works, I'm assuming, is like it's standard action, and then like every round you get like closer and closer to what it is, right?
Yep. Yeah, so first round it's just is there magic? Second is more detail, third is location.
You actually do detect some magic in the inn. And then after the second round, the auras, they seem to be auras. One of them is a Conjuration Aura. There's two items, a Conjuration Aura, and what is that other spell? Hold on. I'm actually looking up the spell just in case. Conjuration, and the other one just has like a general aura. You can't really determine what it is.
I'll be like, okay, hold on, I found some stuff, and I'll run. I'll go get whatever it is and bring them out, and I can spellcraft as part of detect magic to see if I can figure out what they are.
Can you roll me a quick perception, please?
I would love to.
Oh,
That's
nice
good timing.
That's good timing. Okay, so you find 2 wands that you suspect are the things that were detecting the magic. And we'll get to like what they are in a bit. But you notice like they were found in a dusty lockbox on the top of a shelf in the back room of the taproot, where like the supplies are. And you notice, like, in the room, there's, like, a whole keg of water that's, like, nice and fresh, that is pretty easy to transport. You notice a couple of elixirs on the front end table. Not really getting, like, a magic aura from them, but they might be, like healing potions or some kind.
Okay.
And can you do me a favor and roll me a d20?
I would love to. And I am, and what I'll do is, seeing these, I got a 14.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring those out with my mage hand as I wheel out the water with the wands in my belt.
Okay. You do find a few other things. You find like what looks like 2 gold coins and a set of juggling balls.
Oh, I'm so keeping those.
That's like primed and ready for you.
Yeah.
Can I check the Hob Goblins?
Oh, yes.
They have kind of like weapons, armor. Maybe they have anything on them. What do I got?
I mean, sure. For the surface level, you got the 2 crossbows and you got the 2 long swords. The armor they're carrying looks like it is studded leather right now. So it's like nothing special there, like standard issue, but you can wear it because hobgoblins are about your size and height and all that. Can you please roll a perception? See if they are carrying stuff.
See what we got. That's just an 8.
Well, I mean, one of them, you're lucky. One of them does have a backpack.
Okay. Dig through that.
Inside the packback, you notice that there's like what looks like about 20 or 30 bolts.
Okay.
And you see a piece of paper that contains like it looks like a scroll that contains some writing that you don't recognize. And
I'll hand it off to the kid. Hey, so you seem to think you can do everything. You read that? I'll keep digging through.
I'm gonna guess that I can't because it's probably Goblin.
It is written in Goblin, but it's you're not detecting like an arcane aura from it, so you suspect it's either maybe a missive or it could be another form of scroll.
Could I roll linguistics?
Yeah, give it a shot.
26.
Well, you know, the languages like they don't really help you with Goblin, but you do recognize a couple of the symbols and phrases. It looks like a scroll of Cure Light Wounds.
Oh, this is a good find. This is a healing scroll.
Did anybody cast healing magic?
I suppose I could. I'm technically not a divine caster, but if it's a scroll, I can use it.
It would be a magic device check to attempt it. I'm
not good at that.
I'm just warning you then if that's how you want to do it. I will say this, though. I was going to let like Kenny or Romero do it and explain it, but he was telling me he was going to try and roll a druid so we could get some healing and support magic in there. So you're going to get it probably next week.
I'll hang on to it.
Yeah. And also in there, you also find what looks like dried goat meat and some cheese.
Definitely pocket that. I'm always going to need food.
Yeah, and that's like just the first hobgoblin. You want to check the second?
Sure.
Go for it.
Perception?
Go for it.
Let's see what we got. Even worse. 7.
Well, you do find what looks like a small pouch filled with some coinage. You didn't open it up to look yet, so you got like this little pouch of coins. It looks like he carries a scroll that's on its belt. Maybe another. You look at it. It has like the same like language that you saw before. It might be the same type of scroll.
Pass it off to the kid again.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a backpack full of paper.
It looks exactly like the same scroll as before, so you suspect that they were all given like a Cure Light Wound scroll. And you find 2 jugs of what looks like milk like strapped to his side, like small, like little vials, really.
Vials? Odd.
Accidental cheese.
Just let it sit there for a while. We'll have more.
Just for note, the reason why I'm giving you all this food stuff is that might become important later. So fair warning.
Yep.
And we'll talk. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And it is close to 9 o'clock. Usually we would be going to 10, but is it okay if we call it at like the 9 o'clock hour?
That's a good stopping point.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We've got 2 missing people at least. So
Which we'll find next week when we kick open the door and head outside, I'm sure.
Yeah. And that way you have like a chance to like start thinking and formulating what your next plan is. Because to basically coin a phrase, the shit has hit the fan pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, just so people are aware, my plan is going to be don't get hit.
I mean, that's a solid plan.
Well, the reason I say that, my health total can count on one hand.
I mean,
Like, let's put it this way.
health total, you can.
I got 5.
5
Yeah.
total?
Total.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
My
wizards are pretty
constitution's
squishy.
8. I'm a wizard with 8 constitution.
Oh, God, you were like...
Like I said, I've had health problems my whole life.
Yeah.
It's like a immature Raceland.
Good Lord. All right, well, let's just get close to me. Although, I don't have a whole lot left at this point. We'll see what happens.
Don't worry, that will. The fight's not over yet, obviously, but
Yeah.
there's always there's a lot of things that you might be able to find. So, like, one of my traditions for any game that I'm running is I like doing a quick debriefing right after we finish.
Okay.
I also usually like give out experience points at that point.
Hell yeah.
And I do XP for like the roleplay and combat. And on both fronts, I thought it went pretty well. So for taking out the Hob Goblins, everybody's going to get 200 XP apiece.
Nope.
And for the roleplay, we'll make it in another even 200 that we did tonight. So it's like 400 total for the session.
Nice.
Per person. And I'm not one of the... not 1,000 total?
I actually gave myself 4,000. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm level 2 now, guys.
Jesus, that was fast. We're doing like medium track for the level ups, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and the reason for that is honestly mostly for the game balance. I find like the game does run pretty quick when we do like the medium level ups that way.
Mm.
And I just wanted to ask like your thoughts on the session. Like, did you enjoy yourselves? Are you having fun? Is there any ways that it could improve? Like anything like that? I love feedback or criticism.
That's great. It'll be nice to have the full party complement next weekend and see how the balance works with that. But no, it was great. Nice mix of the role play and storytelling, and then what if the whole party was here? What would that hobgoblin fight have been like? How much did you scale it back? I always wonder.
I did scale back their HP and their armor class a little, and there was going to be a third hobgoblin in there. So like party. So I just took out one of them and put their HP like minus like 4 to the.
That balanced it fine because I still got knocked around pretty good. So
yeah. No, combat can be super deadly, and the good news is even if you do go down, that's not automatic death anyway. It's still like a little bit until I think it's like
you have to hit your if it's your con score.
Yeah, so like
negative
con like it's like a 15 or 16 for you.
My con score I think it was like a 14. Yeah,
14. Yeah, so you probably would have been okay. If like Pharrell got hit with that though. I mean,
I may have gone
5 would be pretty
one hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, any other thoughts, comments? Like,
well, I had a good time though. I can definitely see the sheet being a sticking point because, like, if I hover my mouse over Dex, it tells me my Dex is 18. Hovered away, it goes back to 20. But it's not counting my full dex bonus for my rapier attack, etc. But other than that, just purely on your end, you did a great job, I think. You've got an eclectic group to deal with, and you did a good job keeping us corralled and, got us together at appropriate times. So, yeah, I think that went well.
I thank you. I appreciate that. I do the best I can. Like the teacher like background in me in my real life like helps with that a little bit. Good for like improvising and trying to keep people like on the same page.
I sincerely agree. I don't know much about the system yet, but I'm learning, so I'll know more and get more perspective as that grows. But overall, good storytelling from everyone.
Oh, dude, you were my ace because I thought you knew the system really well.
Oh God, no! I can just adapt to systems so quickly because I've played in so many, even though I started playing very late. Like I haven't been playing for that long. I have played Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire 20, Vampire 5th, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Mage the Ascension, Exalted.
That's a lot of White Wolf there.
And then there's like 5 to 10 that I can't recall off the top of my head.
At their heart, they're all fairly similar, anyways. I mean, once you get the numbers in, then it's just like, all right, how do I use the numbers? Finding the numbers is where it gets weird and tricky in certain stuff. So
exactly. So once you have a base idea, then you're good. And I will be completely confident, even if I don't know a system, because you can tell me no, and I'll be like, okay, cool, let's do something else.
Exactly. It's like, this is what I want to do. Well, I don't know how. Okay, I'll do something else. It's like you figure it out as you go.
Exactly.
That is part of the fun sometimes.
But I look forward to getting the group into unnecessary trouble.
I can see that's going to be your thing. We're going to get into so many fights and arguments because of your smart-mouthed little smart kid.
On the plus side, though, it kind of came into... it kind of helped today.
It absolutely worked.
Yep.
And now I cannot wait to see how you tackle next week. I'm sure it will be a full contingent then. I know like poor Theta, like I know he said he wasn't feeling well earlier. But apparently it was really like bothering him. So I do hope we see Aiken in action next week. And I was talking with Romero, with Ken, as well. Like he told me he was basically rolling up a druid and has some ideas for what he wanted to do with the backstory on that. He also was asking me, and I keep telling him answer in the chat in Discord, but he doesn't know how to use Discord too well yet, apparently. Like at what everybody's alignments were and all that stuff, because he didn't want to like make anybody that was too off field or anything like that. So
I took that role. It's all good.
I know. I told them, like, I think, like, 2 people are neutral, 1 person's chaotic neutral, and I think the other one's, like, neutral good or something like that.
I put in chaotic good for... No, I think I might have put neutral good for mine.
Yeah. So, like, he's thinking, like, maybe, like, a lawful neutral
chaotic
sort of druid. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm probably going to do sort of like the Session 0 thing I did with Ken next week. So that's probably going to be, like, the first part of the session, just to, like, get a little taste of it, and then to see what he did during the day. And then we'll just jump right back in, and we'll just introduce Aiken and Ken's character in here.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll go from there. So, everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for playing. For all of you that were listening or will be listening on the replay, thank you. And just like last-minute shout-outs, again, my name is Rob Grasso. I do a lot of GMing and tabletop stuff here on Theda's channel. You can check me out in the D&D game we do on Sunday nights. And you can also check out my own work, along with all the teaching that I do. I also write for the website techraptor.net. And I also try streaming now and again on my own streaming channel, Links Arena 86. And that's all my plugins. So if anybody else has any shout-outs, go for it.
Absolutely, Justin. You'll find me here way too much. I'm going to be here all day Sunday and all day Wednesday in a little bit. And in addition to that, it'll be also Monday and Tuesday nights over at my own channel. No time, but I love doing it.
I'm just here.
Just
I got nothing else. I'm just here.
We gotta find we gotta find like a sponsor plugin for you, like so.
Oh yeah, I'll you know what? Hey, Fly Southwest, help keep.
Hey, there you go. Fly Southwest Airlines, everybody.
I'll be loading your bags, so try not to pack them too heavy.
That is good advice to have.
I'm Mark Lowett. I play Anton. I'm also in the Wednesday game at 10 o'clock, Iron Claw the Shade's Tale, where I play Connor Laverde at Crevice.
Ooh, I love the name already.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I named the raccoon Connor, Washer of Crawfish.
That's amazing. I love it.
I love it.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so I think that's all the shout-outs that we can do. One more shout-out again for Theta, just to check out this channel. Wednesdays and Sundays, all-day tabletop stuff. Iron Claw, Pathfinder now. We also have D&D. And I think coming up, we also have, what is it? Twilight? No, not Twilight Imperium. What is it?
Oh, God. I think it's Mystic Imperium.
Mystic Imperium, there we go. And I forget what the other game was going to be, but Mystic Imperium is coming up Sunday. City of Mists, there we go. Alrighty. I'm trying to remember all the games now. I'm only in 2, but, helps to keep all of them on there. Check it out all online. Thank you so much, everybody, and I hope you all have a good night.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks. Have a good night, guys.